In the news this week, abortion is imposed on Northern Ireland, the government rejects calls to legalise drugs, and a feminine hygiene brand removes the female symbol from its packaging. Hello. Northern Ireland's strong protections for women and unborn children have been repealed. Northern Ireland's law on marriage is also set to change, with the first same-sex marriages expected to take place in February next year. Westminster politicians voted in July to impose the new regime, and despite the efforts of some politicians, there was insufficient cross-party consensus to block the move. Callum Webster, Northern Ireland officer for the Christian Institute, described the news as deeply sad.
This has been a disappointing development. The existing laws in Northern Ireland have protected our unborn children. Approximately 100,000 lives have been saved in Northern Ireland because the 1967 Abortion Act did not apply here. So it is very sad that Westminster have overturned our abortion laws at this time, that they have given little cognizance or credence to the lives that have been saved through the legislation up to now. I would commend those who have sought to defend the unborn child both in Westminster and at Stormont, those who have spoken in the media, and Christians must continue to pray and continue to act and continue to speak out in defence of our unborn neighbours.
Decriminalising drugs will not eliminate the misery they cause families, the government has said. The Health and Social Care Committee claimed that the UK's approach to drugs was clearly failing and called for a radical new approach in policy. However, the government said it has no plans to decriminalise drug possession in the UK because it would not eliminate the crime committed by the illicit trade, nor would it address the harms associated with drug dependence and the misery that this can cause to families and communities. We must prevent drug use in our communities, support people through treatment and recovery, and tackle the supply of illegal drugs. Feminine hygiene brand Always has come under fire after it removed the female symbol from its product packaging. The company caved to the demands of trans activists who contacted them asking for the Venus symbol to be removed from sanitary pad packaging. A spokesman said the decision was made because we realise that not everyone who has a period and needs to use a pad identifies as female. But women have been left outraged, saying removing the symbol is tantamount to erasing women. Women's rights campaigner Julie Bindel said this is pure cowardice and virtue signalling from these big corporate brands who are capitulating to the trans agenda. And finally, it's been revealed that 4 out of 10 babies born at 23 weeks are now surviving when cared for in neonatal units. The British Association of Perinatal Medicine carried out the research and released new guidance on the issue. Currently, it's legal in Great Britain to abort up to 24 weeks, or up to birth if doctors believe the baby will be born with a disability. But the new research showed how at 22 weeks, 3 in 10 babies survive. A week later, this rises to 40% of babies, and at 24 weeks, the abortion limit, more than half of babies born survive. Dominic Wilkinson, Professor of Medical Ethics at the University of Oxford, said the results were excellent. It is possible in 2019 to save babies who could not previously have survived. That is fantastic news. Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.